So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for another FIFA 17 career mode experiment on this channel. Today is a pretty simple one, and it's one that tends to keep up with a theme that's been going on my channel since flipping February, I think, in terms of the types of players. Today we're going to be seeing what goes on if Chelsea play with a one overall player in goal. Could they still win the league? Obviously the rest of the team is unchanged. Hazard, Costa, Kante, David Luiz and the rest are still obviously in the squad. The only change is the lack of Courtois and a player who's 88 overall less than him in goal. So we're going to be simming an entire Premier League season and we'll see how Chelsea do with this one overall player in goal. We'll take a look at the table obviously as well, to, obviously to see where they finish in the league, but on top of that we'll also see where they, or how they do in terms of player stats as well, how many clean sheets they keep obviously with this guy in goal, and how well the one overall player does. But if you do go on to enjoy this video, then feel free to slap a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's just fly straight into this. So here is the squad. Obviously it's a very good one, apart from one just crying flaw that is in between the sticks. You can see that every single attribute on this goalkeeper is a 1. Obviously what we are going to do is actually watch a few of the sims to the first sort of 4 or 5 games of the season, and then we'll just sim to the end of the season to see the final results. So we've arrived at the first game of the season. This is really going to be, I suppose, a sign of things to come. The one overall goalkeeper is in between the sticks for the first Premier League game of the season against West Ham. I want to try and fire through some of the first 4 games of the season just so we can get to the end, because I really want to see the results, and I'm sure you guys too do as well. But I just want to see, just how Chelsea can do, just to start off with this guy in goal. And things aren't looking too bad so far. It's 1-1 after the first half of this game. Victor Moses giving Chelsea the lead, but Manuel Lanzini equalising for West Ham. Goals aren't being hosed in, to be quite honest with you. They're not leaking goals at the back, are Chelsea. And at the end of the game, it does actually end 1-1. So only 1 goal conceded from our one overall player. Game number 2 of the season is upon us, and a relatively okay start to the season. I mean, it's we already know we're not going to get beaten in every single game, but we're away from home against Watford in the second Premier League game of the season, but we have conceded already. Pereira has scored for Watford after just 7 minutes and has scored again. So a brace has gone in, and suddenly, oh god, oh no, this is going quite shockingly at the moment. So it appears Watford have discovered what West Ham didn't, which is probably that you can shoot from anywhere and score realistically, and Bayern Niang has made it 3 and now 4. And just the addition of one horrendous player into the side has caused Watford to win this one 4-0. Right, this is going to be the final game that we actually watch in terms of the sim. It's a home game against Burnley, which is an opportunity, I think, realistically to win, hopefully, because we drew against West Ham, we've lost against Watford. We could get, we could complete the set, get a draw, win and a loss in the first 3 games of the season. We'll have to see how this goes. As I said, this will be the last game that we watch in terms of the sim before we just sim to the end of the season to see the results. But we haven't conceded. Okay, well, we have. I was about to say we haven't conceded as early as we did against Watford, but then as I said that, we conceded. Stephen Defoe gives Burnley the lead after 10 minutes. We're going to have to dig in and try and get a goal. You see, one thing I'm noticing from this, and I know simming isn't always realistic, but surely there'd just be a lot more goals in games, because Chelsea still have the attack that they have, so they would still score, but they'd just hose in a load of them because of the goalkeeper. I don't know. We don't appear to be scoring either at the moment. It's a 2-0 loss at home thanks to goals from Stephen Defoe and a penalty from Robbie Brady. We're just going to have to see now how things go as we sim now to the end of the season. Will things progress? Will they pick up? Or will Chelsea continue to suffer with the one overall player in goal, and before I end up getting sacked before the end of the season? Fuck. Okay, so little bit awkward. We've actually been sacked. This is an unprecedented sort of. This happened with the team of one overall players, but that was meant to happen. This is the first time we've done an experiment where we weren't meant to be sacked, and we've been sacked. 6th of March, so probably with about roughly 10-ish games of the season left. which, I mean, there's nothing you can do, Chelsea. I've doomed you already. There's nothing you can do. you're already doomed, because you're not going to be able to change personnel. This is unprecedented. Well, obviously I can't check how the team has done up until this point, but what I hopefully can do is, once my contract has been fully terminated, I can join a new team. I don't know what options I'll have. I can join a new team, and then I can trace Chelsea's progress via their team. So we've been offered Middlesbrough, bun it, whatever. We'll take the Middlesbrough job, which is actually good because it's in the same league as well. And then we can basically just see how Chelsea do at the end of the season. So 38 games and 1 club sacking later, let's check out how Chelsea have done with the 1 overall goalkeeper in their squad. Mad. Absolutely mad. Let's take a look at the Premier League table. It's a bit of a, I mean, it's a shambles anyway, to be honest with you. United have won the league from Arsenal in second on goal difference. Arsenal just are never going to win the league, are they, in one of these experiments? Spurs have finished third, and Crystal Palace, with the help of Sam Allardyce, have just decided, you know what, we're going to be in the Champions League this year, so they finished fourth. From City, Everton, West Brom in seventh, fair play, West Ham, Swansea and Middlesbrough, the team that we had to join halfway through the season in order to complete this experiment, finished slap bang in the middle of the table in 10th, Liverpool down in 14th, but I'm sure you're noticing one vital absence within the top 19 of this table, and that is the team that we were sort of keeping an eye on, or that this whole experiment was about, and that is Chelsea. Down at the bottom, I mean, the title will probably read something like, could Chelsea still win the league with a 1 overall goalkeeper? Absolutely, definitely not. In fact, they didn't even manage to stay in the league. Regardless though, Chelsea have finished bottom of the table. 38 games played, only 15 points picked up, only 3 wins as well, which is a tragedy, 29 losses. But you see, this is I was talking about this quickly earlier. They've only scored 24 goals, which I think is a shambles, because if this somehow was to be carried out in real life, Chelsea would, like, having a bad goalkeeper would not prevent them from scoring goals. They would still score a lot of goals because they've got like Hazard and Costa and Pedro and stuff, and Willian even up front. They would still score goals by the shed load. They'd probably score the same amount of goals as a team fighting for Europa League football. They would just concede a hell of a lot more because because every single shot really would go in, or the majority of shots would go in. They wouldn't, you know, have any shots being saved. But they've only scored 24 goals, which is ridiculously low. However, they have, in a more predictable turn of events, conceded a grand total of 103 goals. That is ridiculous. 103 goals conceded in one season, negative 79 goal difference, and promptly relegated bottom of the table down into the Championship. So we've already seen the table and seen how Chelsea fared there, but how did they do in terms of the clean sheets? That's really the only stat that matters in this experiment. The goals and assists are going to be naturally low given they only scored 24 goals across the season. Petr Cech, ironically ex-Chelsea goalkeeper, got 17 clean sheets across the season, which is absolutely outrageous as a grand total. That is absolutely huge, but we don't care about Petr Cech, to be quite honest with you. We care about Chelsea players. There is going to be a top 25, but are any Chelsea players at all going to feature? No, they are not. The box, the 1 overall goalkeeper, certainly did not keep any more than 2 clean sheets. He probably didn't get any, to be honest. If they only won 3 games, he probably got a maximum of 1 across the season, and I don't know, maybe even an outfielder might have ended up featuring in goal if the player got injured, or if the box got injured, but that's just an absolute shambles. And to be honest with you, this has been a lot more extreme than I was expecting. I wasn't really expecting this to have such a profound effect on the squad. I mean, obviously it was always going to have a decent effect. Like, they would never, I don't think they would have ever won the league. I genuinely didn't think that, but to actually get relegated bottom is mad. So that then is the end of that experiment, and again, a pretty surprising one. I mean, we always knew they were gonna do pretty badly, or, you know, I'm sure a lot of you will have predicted that they would do badly or worse than the usual, certainly, but to actually get relegated bottom of the table and to concede 3 figures in terms of goals is absolutely outrageous, to be honest with you. Although I guess that would potentially happen in real life, but of course they would score more goals if this was to happen in real life. But regardless of that, this FIFA 17 career mode experiment is over. As ever, you can leave your suggestions for future experiments that I can do on this channel in the comment section. I would love to hear those, and I can get cracking on doing some more of the ones that you guys want to see. If you have enjoyed this specific experiment though, then feel free to slap a like on it, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and again, comment about enjoying the video if you enjoyed it that much. You can also now follow me on Twitter. The handle is on the screen right now. It is @theofficialfng, and links to it are in the description. But it has been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Come to the vape looking like gold medal this with Kurt Angle boots on. And I don't wear the boot on, but they got normal shoes on. You're the like, yo, with the shoe from. Get them to the yo, Uncle Jar. I ain't got a flex on no one. I'm the original Don. Come to the vape looking like gold medal this with Kurt Angle boots on. And I don't wear the boot